Testing, testing. There you go. Thank you, Commander Hawk. Very glad that you're first. Alrighty. So waiting for Cosmic. Here he is. We'll get you up here. Cosmic or Giga.
Hi guys. Yes, Giga is my real name. Cosmic is like
which is one of the coolest names I think I've ever heard.
Also, maybe you need to invite the speaker, Professor.
Oh, sorry. I have to speak to. Sorry, what? Professor?
Yes, Professor.
Oh, to bring up on stage.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Yes. All right. Okay. We have Professor.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here.
Okay, so just give me one second. I started the event here. We're gonna let people roll in. Let's just do a mic check and a video call check. Giga, first, just very quickly before people arrive. You guys have a presentation, correct? Yeah.
Yes. Should I share my screen now or?
Yes, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Yeah, it's coming through perfectly for me. Should be coming through for other people. Looks good. Doug's got the live stream. Marvin has the recording going. Lovely. So I am, it's 5 a.m. for me this time. I get to experience what Novelty Search is like in Asia. So bear with me, guys. This is a bit of a different experience from my side. Usually it's 4 p.m. But I'm ready. I'm excited. Giga, it's been a while coming for this presentation. A small word is that there's a bit of a history for this subnet, how you got it. And you're going to talk about this in the presentation, I imagine.
Yeah. I'm going to say all these stories, how we start, what is our mission, and who is members of these subnets, and how we grow, and what is final products. All of this, I'm going to show all of this.
Great. Well, then I won't get in your way. Giga, take the floor.
Should I start?
Let's start.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone, again. Thank you for listening to me. I am Giga, co-founder of Research and Subnet 22. Mostly, I want to start from what is our mission. So our mission is simply to make knowledge open, real-time, and accessible. Today, information is controlled by a few centralized APIs, which are expensive and restrictive. So we believe access to knowledge should be decentralized, therefore they permissionless and censorship-free. So with technology is not enough. So we have several team members in our team. So right now we are 8 person in the team. I want to start with our CTO. We call him Professor. He's with me today, and he will talk also with me some technical stuffs. But he's a sharpest pipe builder. As I know, we are building together several years, different type of products and projects. We have built also some several open source projects, and we are both of us as a tech guys and building product together. And with this knowledge, we involved BitTensor 2 years ago. So other members also is Sally. Sally is our CEO and growth, who is also our great team member. Some of you guys maybe already meet her in a Korea blockchain. So, and he was in one big Georgian bank employer as a leading marketing here, and also Fish subnet owner 51. You guys all know about Fish, I think, and he's building with us from the scratch this subnet, and he right now he also co-founder and he's advisor, and he also helping to build our subnet. And some other also developers, designers, community managers, and outreach experts are building with us to make this subnet alive. So, and myself also leading this team and vision to go forward. So, funding story of this, like when we was in Colombia together. That picture is here. Also, Fish is here. Just we make this a joke, and he's a lake. So when we meet Fish, one of the early BitTensor builder, already running his own subnets and deeply involving in the BitTensor ecosystem. So working together, we started shaping what would become Subnet 22 today. Our original idea was simply search engine powered by miners, where tasks would be given to the network to bring back the best answers. So think of what today looks like Perplexity search or ChatGPT search. That was our early vision. But later, as we build, we realized a bigger opportunity, not just search, but a real-time search layer for AI agents and LLMs. That is how the search was born, built by builders for developers. And we want to build search, AI search, decentralized way. So here is agenda, which I'm gonna to talk in this presentation, and what I'm gonna to show. So let's first of all start with problem, I think, and like take this issue. So today, AI agents and LLMs are powerful, but without real-time data, they are blind. They cannot act in the real world if they don't know what is happening right now. And developers today don't have a good way to solve that. They are stuck with expensive APIs that lock them, or Hugging scrappers that break every week. So that is where is a subnet 22 and what problems we are solving. So, and here after first of all, after the problem, I want to talk about market analysis a bit. I want to touch this. So global API economy focused on search data aggregations and AI integrations is massive, like about like 20 to 25 billion market annual. If we zoom in, the immediate serviceable market, AI and Web3 data APIs, developer tools, and agent infrastructure is around 1 to billion annual. That is where we live today. So as a near term, we see service optional market of around 6 to 30 million. That is about 10,000 potential paying users in a year, which paying between $100 to $500 per month. So with this market, also I want to emphasize here how software is shifting and how this market analysis is from Golden Stack and Gartner. That's shows how SaaS is fluttering for 2030 and how agent platform are building and growing for this year. And with these numbers, I want to show why we are focused AI agents and LLMs and why we want to make AI search for them. So if anyone interested for this research, we have links here and we will share it later. And so what is now let's talk about solution. So what is exactly Subnet 22? At its core, this is a decentralized, permissionless, real-time AI search layer built on BitTensor. I would like to show here product what we are building, but I think better if I will show it later, mostly at the end of the like presentation. Just I will show here landing what we have. Mostly we have search APIs for developers. Right now we provide search APIs for every builders who want to integrate this search real-time data in their applications and agents. Right now we have 3 services. One is AI search, another one Twitter search and web search. So I will go in details later in the end of this presentation, and I will show how this API exactly works and what is all of this. And that is our solution mostly. So I want to also touch pricing stuffs here. Here on this slide, I have shown the search and we like with AI search competitors. Right now, some competitors are on the market as centralized services. One is XAI's API and Perplexity APIs. In this slide, if you see here, like we offer AI search 4 times less price than XAI. We also have Twitter real-time search include this AI search, and they don't have this Twitter search in it. So rate limits we have scalable, and after next slide we will show why we have these scalable options. So here another slide which we have that is compare the search with X Twitter API competitors. So if we will compare Twitter official API, we offering this like 16 times for the price, and we have high rate limits than even Twitter official API, because Twitter official API restricts this, and they have 300 requests per 15 minutes, but we can handle 1,000 requests per second as well because of miners and because of BitTensors. And we also have real-time data directly when user consumer asking any questions and queries. It's fetch immediately from our API, from our miners, and we provide this. And of course, we are permissionless, and some others also, some others are not. And we also know some other providers providing these Twitter APIs some way, but they have some restrictions. They don't have real-time data and so on. And that is not only what I want to talk about pricing. Also, I want to talk about performance and benchmarks. So we built these benchmarks like several months ago, and we compare like main like products and products like search product, AI search products which provide similar service. In this benchmark, we include like Perplexity, ChatGPT search, and the Gemini, and some of them in this time period they did not have API. And we try to scrape the data, and on this GitHub repository, guys, you can see how whole process, how we did this benchmark and how we compare. Mostly I will tell us quickly summary here. So we take several thousand questions. We send all these questions at the same time to these providers. After we collect all the responses, and we compare mostly 4 or 5 categories. Mostly first one was summary relevance, link content relevance, performance, embedding similarity, and expected answer relevance. But here is mostly all the chart provided, and our models which we have under subnet 22 show quite good performance. And later you can check all of this here as well if you are interested more this. So with this, we prove our miners are great and they can provide quite good search results, and competition on Bitensor, they helps make better products than any other centralized services. And that is why we are building research. And so right now, here I want to focus why Bitensor is important for the AI search and search API case. In that case, I want to invite Professor, who is our CTO, and he can talk more about it a bit more. And yes, go ahead, Miriam, if you.
Okay, thank you for introduction. Yeah, I'll start comparing like decentralized search API and what's its benefits. So first is like the Bitensor is an open network and anyone can participate in this network. And if you are like, let's say, you think you have good scrapping solution or you can provide a fast and reliable scrapping service, you can participate in our subnet and become like top performing miner and earn incentives. So anyone can participate, and it's just an open network. Next is mostly scaling challenges for API and user, because as Giga said, the Twitter, for example, has some rate limits. And because of a Bittensor's architecture, we can distribute many requests to a different miners, and they can handle these rate limits well. And it's their challenge to handle those rate limits and earn incentives. Next step is like Twitter has big or high upfront costs, and you need, I think, $5,000 to search historical data on X. And with our API, you have a pay-as-you-go plan, and you can try our API and see if it fits your needs. And it's a benefit of like the search API in that case. Next is like single point of failure. If in case of Bitensor, if one node fails, you have another node can answer your query, and that's just how it works. And as you know, many or all subnets on Bitensor are open source, and anyone who is interested in reading the code or seeing the docs, they can even open up PR or if they see an issue. So it helps us to even develop or involve further by open source technology. So let's proceed to next slide.
Yes, before we will go next slide, I want to add one comment. Like, even I want to challenge our like centralized competitors. If their result is better than our miners, they can become our like miners and can take incentive from here. But I think current miners which we have and new miners which trying to join our ecosystem and our subnet they are great, and they are trying always to improve. And I think decentralized search is a great thing to build this. Okay, go ahead, Miriam. Now you can talk about architecture.
Okay, so this is like subnet 22 architecture. So on the left side, you see like end user, and the end user sends some request to our API, and the search API distributes requests to one of the validators, and each validator has like miner UID tracker, which tracks the top performing miners. And in those top performing miners, we distribute and choose like miner UID and then send this request to random miner. and each miner has its tasks. For X and web search, they just scrape data. And for AI search, they have like additional tasks. So after searching and scraping, miners rank their sources and context, like by contextual relevance to the user's question, and they do it by LLMs. And some of the miners even train their own LLM models to be like score faster on and save time. And they also have to consider like chat history to improve the user experience and continue like previous conversation. And the last step is generating like summary directly answering question. And after that, they return back the response, and Validator continues to score those response using source relevance, which is contextual relevance between question, and data structure. Data structure is just unified structure we defined because there are many miners and they have to return like same structure for data. And performance and timing is just tracking how many seconds they took for processing this information, and they rank based on those. So by this we keep like miners to return the fresh or like best data. And I will explain more deep into next slide what's the scoring incentive. Okay. So Validator overview. This is just like the basic Validator system for mostly every subnet. We just send synthetic and organic queries, collect those responses, and based on scoring them, we update weights for each miner. But let's focus on reward models and how does it work. So we have like different scoring mechanisms for each source. For X or let's say Reddit or Hacker News, RQ and Wikipedia, and we have different checks. First is like checking source relevance and data freshness. Data freshness is just checking if it is like latest information and not just from like previous like 2 years ago, and if it's old. Next is like data structure validation, as I said, which is just checking structure, but interesting part is mostly summary relevance, where we check if content is answered, but also if it's hallucinate free. And what does it mean? Hallucinate, as you know, some LLMs like generate if you say to LLM, let's say, write me summary, they may generate content that's not real. And to score that in Validator, we have to compare like source content and also summary and check if those content is really existing in like the source content itself. So it's real. And last step is like performance reward, tracking how fast miner responded with requests. And after reward models, we have like additional penalties for chat history and miner scores. Miner scores are just, we use high, medium, and low relevance scores for each link or source. And we have some streaming and timeout penalties. It's just checking if miner returned like streaming response and if they completed this request in max amount of time. So for example, we have like 15 seconds for some Nova model. And by this mechanism, we try to keep miners improving and generating better responses. And in the end, the builders will get like fast and reliable search API. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Miriam. Also, I want to add one thing. So, as on the screen, we are showing LLM models on Validator side, and here also we have integrations with some other subnets. For example, subnet 64, which provides the LLM models, and we have integration with them. And when we need to check summary relevance, like link content relevance or anything, we use say LLM models and compare links content, and the asked queries are matched, and we give based on this. So these are how this scoring and incentive works on subnet 22. And mostly right now I want to go use cases. Right now we have several customers and developers who are using our APIs. Just I took several from them, like take most for use cases here. One is a startup founder which used Twitter API to instantly pull a list of investors and like scraping Twitter data from with our API with their niche, and do cold outreach with them. So another one is agency team, which is marketing agency, tracks Reddit and web charts with our API, and spotting negative posts early before they turn into peer fires. Another one is a product team, as a SaaS team, runs real-time research with our AI search API, catching competitors' launches and market shifts before the news breaks. Also, another one is Agent Builder. Agent Builder is using N8N platform, and they using our API in N18 platform to build his own agent and scan Reddit for fresh market trends, and showing how it's easy to build on top of this. And we have all these use cases. We have multiple other use cases also based on users, say using some. Most of users using Twitter API, our search API, and our search API mostly for filter contextual relevance sources from web and Twitter. So, and another big product also which build ourselves, and which we are pushing this, and why it is like Rizzy Agent. We are building agents for investors, yapsters, and traders, which is autonomous research. You have to give tasks to this agents, and it will start finding information on X for you and collecting on the dashboard, and after you can filter them as you prefer, and you can engage with these guys. So here is, I want to explain how Rizzy Agent works and how it's communicating with Research API. Mostly Rizzy Agent getting queries from users. Rizzy Agent call to Research API, which behind this, as we already explained, is validators and miners. Miners analyze all these queries, and based on sources and based on contextual meaning of queries, they try to analyze 100,000 tweets and web links, and they return high relevance content based on this. After all of this, Rizzy has its own backend. It aggregate all this data, rank results based on miners' responses, and give users interactions, filter, select, and even send DM or reply messages to them. So this search, in this search, we have like commercial strategy right now as an API, which is a pay-as-you-go, and we give simply console developers to like generate and test with our playground our APIs, and like API start like 0.25 cent for 100 queries, and they can start using our APIs free $5 credits, and integrate this their product, our API in their product. Also, we have agents and agent builder platform, and the agent builder platform starts from $49 per month. But this depends how many agents you want to create and so on. And also, of course, we have enterprise custom solution. if anybody want high rate limits, and here we have custom pricing as well, depend on the customers what they need. So here also I want to talk numbers. Right now, so far what we reach as a numbers, right now we already have 11K monthly recurring revenue. In our database, we already have 1,000 registered users, and 200 already are users who are agent whitelist, because agent builder platform is not open yet. It's like for yearly users and testing and helping us. Also, we have some good projects and startups we partnership with them, and we are providing API for them, and building together. And right side is showing active users from our analytic page and Stripe revenues. And I want to also talk about payback strategy on SN22. So we explore different options, things like dividends or payouts. Also with talk treasury and equity, but mostly we prefer and we decide to make payback and burn. It is more simply and transparent, and when revenue will we will start all of this after this revenue cover whole operational cost of teams and operation, mostly all covering operation costs. Yes, these are mostly. So, and roadmap. On the roadmap, I want to introduce what we build in this year, Q1 and Q2. Mostly in Q1 and Q2, we build API dashboard, distributed dashboard, which is for developers and help developers to easy integration. We also build, integrate, and write down documentation and integrate multiple agent builder platforms such as like LangChain, QAI, NATN also, and some others mostly, which is easy to start with our API. And also we update documentation, framework integration, and so on. Right now in this Q3 period, we optimize agent builder platform, which show which shows strengths of this search platform and Subnet 22. Optimize search for agents, because when we cast learning case studies of our customers, they request different solutions. They request some things how they want to some updates, and because of that we improve a lot of things, as even Professor showed. Lastly, when we add chat history mechanisms for miners, and miners consider all this when they generate outputs. And also Q4 we gonna to focus mostly SEO and marketing. We want to distribute our product outside of Bitensor ecosystem, because we have APIs and we have production ready product, which is like available for any agent builders, any LLM any developers who work with LLMs and need real-time data for their product. We also have plan to update and optimize scoring for miners, and we are gonna to work on this side also. And also we need to build a new benchmark, which will show our new updates is better than it was before. And yes, these are mostly what we have built, what is our roadmap. So I'm we really believe the future is decentralized search, the future is search, and of course the future is Bitensor, and all we put all our efforts to make great products and build next level products. And yes, these are, if there is any questions, anything, I'm happy to answer. Or also I can demonstrate our products which is like best for developers and how it is easy to integrate in your products. And another product which I can show is like agent builder platform itself. Also, let's
do a demo.
Let's do demo. Okay. So here is a application when you will do like I already I'm logging in this platform. So here right now I'm showing playgrounds. It's very simply, and here is the API keys where you can generate how many API keys you want. Here right now we have provided this free product, and you can choose any of them which you want. From here you can generate any filters like this, and which automatically generate right side code. If you want to like filter any additional things, you can put here, which help you to test API quickly. For example, if you want to search this, you can just run this query from here, and it will give you automatic results like this. Also, it's the show as a UI, and you can open these tweets from here, or you can see what is output of this, and you can test mostly like this. After, if you like these results, you just need to install our SDKs and copy this code and integrate in your Python code, or you can go to JavaScript or just take curl command from here. So also we have each page, we have documentation where if you want to deep dive in it and see more endpoints and guide how to use each API, you can simply go our documentation page. We are explaining all details of our product. So here, for example, here is all explaining how you can use with Twitter API and what commands you can run, how you can work with AI search. Also here, even we have MCP protocol, MCP server run, and you can integrate in your platform, in your system if you want. We already have write down OpenAI wrapper. We already have integration with LangChain. We already have ELISA OSQA, and all of these are documented here, and you can just simply start from here. And even we also have actors run on Apify, and if you already have system integration with Apify, you can just run our actors, and you can use the search APIs through Apify. But I recommend use directly our APIs because it's much faster than Apify actors, because Apify actors is slowly. So another platform which we have is a agent builder platform. Here is app.search. You can go app.search AI. Here is mostly all my created agents. So from here you can just click a new agent, and from here you can click and ask any questions which you want. If you don't know how to start, hi, and it's agent also helping itself how to start and build what exactly you want. It give you suggestions to like reduce time. I just will show you most I have created agents. So I want to introduce just, for example, this agent which is created for Lium. So for these agents, we have give queries to find out users on the Twitter who are asking GPUs, for example. And mostly this run every times, runs these queries, which is here, and trying to fetch most news information from Twitter. Also, we are adding some other resources, but first of all, we are building this here. So, and after all of this, we have discovery page here, and in discovery page, it's give ability to filter by relevance, which is written by miners. High relevance means this guy talking something important for you. So, and here with this tag, you can throw like filter like this, and if you see here, it shows match query need to train a model. Why it is important and why it's high for example, use Lium case. That is because if this guy need to train LLM model, somehow need subnet 51 service. So this is potential lead for this for Loom service. And so you can communicate, you can open this, you can like generate reply from here directly and send, and you can bind your Twitter accounts and make engagement with them. Even here, top of this, we have multiple statuses, and you can like filter and make engagement with them. So we are improving this product and collecting feedbacks from EL tested users, and we are like already, as I already mentioned, quite good users, and they are waiting the improving with us. So at the end, we have analytics also, and you can see how many users you find out, how many view you have, your replies have. We are building a new view, which is like to filter all unique users and export in your like maybe cold outreach product, and like fetch all this account from here. Also, another use case of this product is for products who want to increase visibility of, say, product startups or services. They can just catch and control which products they want, and see what's people talking about this. For example, another use case, which is like for yapsters who are tracking like products, and also maybe if there is a slice also is working with us, and the Towler team is one of our good customer and our partner who is like using this, and he can talk about it a bit more and like share his opinion about this. And if it's, I would like to invite him here. And these are mostly all which we have, guys, what we are building, how we are building, and
Hello. Good morning from Singapore.
good morning, Slice.
I guess that's my cue to say what we're up to with D-Search. But yeah, I met Giga in Paris and saw the opportunity to drive some value towards the subnet. And one of the ways that we're doing that to drive adoption for BitTensor generally is building agents and effectively app abstraction layers on top of subnets through our agent incubator, and yeah, so we helped them develop Rizzy, and then we also saw the power of D-Search, and that is being factored into what we're doing with Michael Towler and the BitTensor Copilot there, because it's such a powerful tool. You can create these mini agents and give them all different tasks and get them to look for certain things online. You can actually even get them to reply. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so we basically teamed up with them and
Wait, what are
helped
we looking
develop
at? What are we looking at here? What is this? The
Yeah, what's that?
GM.
Here mostly I wanted to introduce our D-Search server. From separate from BitTensor Discord, we also have built a separate server where we are collecting all our users and all our community members who are using our APIs, and we are supporting from each channel and give like if anything change here. Also, we have announcement channel, and we always write down here what is update, what we change, what we improved here. Also, here is discussion for early testers, and they give amazing feedbacks. Here is some internal teams discussions also, and if anybody want to involve more deeply in our ecosystem and in what's happening around research, welcome to join here. You can open research.
Cosmin, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So It's a great presentation. So thank you so much, man. And we went through everything from, on the slides. If you can go back to your slides, like you guys have built so much that we didn't have time to even really go through some of the major advancements. Like one thing that we were talking about was just performance. You took the state-of-the-art benchmark, the search benchmark. I believe it's a couple slides before this. Why did you pick this benchmark? Like, where does this come from? And what do these results really mean? So you say like link content relevance, and you're comparing yourself against Perplexity and OpenAI and Gemini and Andal. And does that basically mean that if you're building an agent on D-Search, you're getting the best content? That
Yes,
that
right.
agent is able to it access the internet with more visibility. And if you were to use compared to when you'd use Perplexity, is that correct? And we're
Yes.
dominating every single column here.
So mostly if you are asking about link content relevance, for example, when you ask any question, or what about BTensor, for example, and Perplexity provides some sources and some summaries, what is BTensor, right? And what is BTensor is a source simple question, but if you are asking some deep questions, with link content relevance, we compare your asked question and what source exactly contains. If it's answer exactly your questions. For example, when you are searching something on Google, it will show maybe 100 links where maybe people talking about BTensor or some articles, but they don't go in deep because Google search right now just working with maybe embedded similarity and keyword search. But link content relevance means in our case, like we are checking by miners and validators checking relevance by LLMs. If contextual meaning between query question and so provided sources is relevance.
And what does
and
it
match
mean?
it each other.
And what does that mean for a user here? So that if they're using Perplexity, the results are just not as good.
Yes,
That's just
mostly
clear.
when you will get exactly what you are asking, and sources which sources will be provided is high relevance for your question, and it will answer exactly what you want to get. And for agent, for example, in agent cases, we use this a lot. If you are, for example, in our agent case, if you want to find people on Twitter who talking about GPUs and or asking us like GPU machines, or for example, rampant alternative, for example. It's exactly our link content relevance analyze this and understand what user writing there, and based on this, it gives a tag if it's high relevance or low relevance, and give you high relevance content first of all.
And so does this look at the full context of the tweet when you're thinking about relevance? You say, okay, where is this tweet? Is it a comment on this tweet? Does it look at the user profiles of the people, or just the content?
Yes, only mostly it's up to miners, but most of miners and the world that are checking whole content of the whole object, mostly even user information, user text itself, but primary first of all what user writing there, because it is primary like field which is like check it first of all.
In normal searching tools, you can get the first 100 results, but then after you've got those 100 results, you paginate, you go to the next page of results, and you through that you can sift through or cycle through everything that's relevant to my tweet, not just the current one. How do you do that on the network? Like, how do you ensure that you're searching like the full space instead of just the top of the heap?
If I got your question correctly, so mostly when miners returning response, we have field levels, which is when they are returning responses, they should return this level, what is similarity level of this score, like score level. And based on this, we have ability to sort on user side, and show and filter them if it's high relevance, low relevance, because every time you cannot find high relevance to it. Sometimes it's low relevance or medium relevance. Medium relevance means like this user talking some related topics, but is not exactly what you need. And because that means medium relevance. But high relevance means exactly what you asked. It can return like this. And even validators always checking miner responses if this set of level, a scoring level, is a right and correct set. It.
The actual mechanism here for the incentive is you say, hey, miner, here's a mock or a synthetic query, or perhaps at this point, because you have so much bandwidth, Cosmic, are you actually just using all organics for validation?
Mostly right now, most of case, because we already quite a lot organic queries right now, and most of cases we use organic queries, but sometimes when new miners come on network, we use synthetic queries for them, because when new organic queries come, we take top 150 miners and like take top WDs from zero, but for new miners and give ability to come on the network, we send synthetic queries to them.
So you send these synthetic queries or these organic queries, they're requests, they're some sort of query into Twitter or Reddit. And
yes,
you
randomly.
You get the links returned. And then in order to reward those links, what you do is you actually use an LLM to verify relevance directly.
Exactly.
So you actually ask an LLM, he's like, is this something that is relevant to the query? And that query can be quite complex, right? Like, find me people looking for GPUs where the real issue is price instead of performance.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make complicated queries. And so does that mean that like what are the miners doing that of at this point that are allowing them to succeed in this network? How do you optimize? How do you exploit this network?
Oh, okay. Mostly, first of all, we are sending, trying to send 1 or 2 sentence queries and send this to miners. But also, we are right now testing to send miners more complex queries, and like miners should analyze each part of this and return context based on this. But sometimes this take more efforts and times for miners to analyze all of this and find out most relevant information for this. But what results show and the competition on the network show between miners is like every time when one miner explodes something and explore something and optimize their own code, they are top miners quickly, but and after that, another also starting improving their part. So even when we like looking our logs, some our miners are based some cases when we are getting some new queries from organic queries from our customers. Like we think we are to improving, should improve this and how, and that is why I said we are going to improve scoring mechanisms here, because like sometimes even when big question coming, sometimes it's even hard on validator side to check, because if all this asked question is answered by miner, so that we are like trying to split it several small steps and giving like separate tasks like that and check each like criteria of the question and validate each separately. And based on this, we at the end finalize and giving scoring like from based on each criteria.
In order to reduce costs, do you know if
Mhm.
miners are like using, I mean, scraping techniques, or are they perhaps actually just using other APIs?
Yes, good question. Mostly, I always have communication with all our miners, and like even we are improving all this subnet together, and all of them they have all their own solution of scraping, and that they own all of them have different scraping mechanism, and they have own solution. They don't use any APIs, as I had information so far from them, and that is why it makes cheaper for them. Say the cheaper for them, and because like scraping mechanisms themselves, they scraping data from all sources which we will ask, and it's make cheaper for them. And outer maintenance LLMs of course depends on miner. I cannot see what LLM models they are using so on their side, but some of them I think they have run their own LLM models and they train themselves to optimize their queries they like responses and give freshness data from them.
There's a lot of people building on D-Search right now, Giga, and you have a number of clients. You couldn't show all of them, obviously, because for privacy reasons. But are you also seeing clients come from the BitTensor network itself?
So I have several customers from BitTensor network. To be honest, I don't want to say any of them names. So I have several customers who are serving. Also, I am working one subnet. Also, I don't want to say anything in advance. We are building one solution together, which gonna be like use our API for building agents, and we are working on the solution and we will announce as soon. But currently, as we have also some other subnet miners and some who are using this. Also, we have integration some other subnets who are using our APIs for validate miner responses in validator as well.
What you provide to people inside the BitTensor ecosystem, right, is access to, if you're training AI or if you have an agent that's to buy and sell stocks or something like that, you actually provide the cheapest service and also one of the highest quality services, if not the most high quality service for getting internet data. We're talking a lot about Twitter, but you also have Reddit, right?
Yes.
So
mostly we have Reddit, web. Yes, most of them Reddit, web. Yeah, you can search anything which you want, most social data as well. And AI search include like Hacker News, Archive, Wikipedia, X, and all of them. It depends where you want. You can like set from console directly which source you want to scrape through AI or even from web API directly.
You mentioned Exa AI. There's also Perplexity. And actually early days, like the subnet was designed to look and feel like Perplexity, right? It was going to be a Perplexity competitor. They've kind of fallen off. But can you still build these sort of like deep research agents? There was at one time this whole thing like Nova and Horizon, I think it was called. Is that still around?
Yes. So we had a similar product, yes, like Perplexity and ChatGPT Search itself. But we wanted to search product like this, but instead of like instead of building similar consumer app, we decide like we are best in search and we can compete with other search centralized providers, and we build infrastructure for builders, for developers who want to use this search API. and give this like kill the pain for them. They just need to focus on their product. And even I have this product, and you can use this like as a use case of our like our API, and it give you summaries even from here you can, and it is like it has also like you can run and see results from here as well, like perplexity results. But we prefer to build infrastructure and give developers to build their own product instead of like compete with ChatGPT search, because from the start of this presentation, I show AI agents mostly. Right now, most of users already are involved in Perplexity on ChatGPT search. But next step is like to narrow down and give agents most like builders building agents for some specific use cases, and we want to give them search layer ready and helps them to build their own agents. We, as I mentioned, XAI is one, I would say, one centralized good competitor for us, and they are also focusing on this direction. So they provide centralized way like search API for builders as well. And this like direction grows so fast. And I think we are ready, and we prefer to focus on search and provide this API for other builders.
What does it look like? We were looking at the revenue for the subnet, which is, I'm more interested in more than anything. I'm interested in just users and people that are staying with the technology. So you have that as 11 grand per month in MRR. You have 1,000 plus registered users, and you have a whole bunch of applications that are running. What does that look like, month on month in terms of growth? Like, are you like 6 months ago? Did you have nobody building? Now you have a community of people that are building on the technology. What does that look like?
Yes, so mostly we starting even like to go outside of to start finding customers before we was building product. Even as I mentioned, we was building consumer app like Perplexity, but we changed this vision and we pivot as a search infrastructure for developers. For that, we wanted to prepare product and give developers to give great documentation, give playgrounds and all of this. And we spend most of our time to make real estate product for them. And last a few months, we starting onboarding customers without zero, like I can say zero marketing, just with our internal network, with in the Bitensor network even, and with my personal network and some customers which I find out on events, and some need these APIs to use. So that is why I want to push now more on this side to make brand visibility and make this search appear outside Bitensor ecosystem. We are agent builders and they need real-time data. I want to optimize SEO for our product and for this search, and like make visible for everywhere. Make like content blog writing and all of this, and shows this product, because somehow it's already is ready and can be competitive for other centralized providers, and why we cannot sell and grow more. And so these numbers which we have shown now, it's already validated for us to, if users are interested, say onboarding here, they're starting using this, and this revenue which already start helping us to analyze like it's already valuable product, and we can like grow.
Hey guys, I just want to jump in and say that I also tried the product. It was really cool because it's like a perfect use case for advertising a subnet, or I don't know, just any product in general. But what we were using it for was basically, instead of me manually going on X and checking anybody who once GPUs or any AI or ML engineers who like ran out of credits or something. You can just put in a prompt into the agent and be like, search for people who have recently run out of GPU credits and message them like, fill out this credit grant form for an opportunity for free credits on liam.io. And then instead of me doing that manually, it's all automated in the background. The miners are scraping all of X for anybody who's messaging about GPUs, who wants GPUs, who's building something cool. And then we can automatically onboard them all to our platform through the agent, basically by getting them on board, getting them free credits. And then we can build our community of people, also people that are actively posting on X about GPUs. So I think it's a really cool way to grow. Secondly, I think it's important to note that their revenue of people already paying for the agents is great because they're doing a miner burn. And this is something that's not necessarily like a commodity subnet, but they can keep their miner burn high while scaling their revenue more than their burn pretty easily, as they scale their product. Thirdly, is that I have no idea how the miners are doing it, but it's pretty incredible because I used to work with this subnet a while ago, and then when you I'm sure other people have too, but when you try to use the official X API, it's like $5,000 a month for the production for not even the enterprise. Enterprise is 42,000, last I checked, but it's an insane pricing. So it was really needed some sort of platform where you can just pay per usage rather than an insane monthly cost, which isn't really feasible for anyone to actually buy. That's the other half of this product that comes out of 22, which is like an X API alternative, which just relies off the miner scraping and using their.
Thank you, Fish, for your feedback. Even just here on this screen, I'm showing these agents for which run for Summit 51, and this is really great example. This guy is talking about. I was wondering how does someone just H200? The cost is $30 per hour, and here we can like this find out by our agents. That means this guy directed potential customers for Fish Summit service. That means like you can just like run our agents and give task what exactly you need, and it will find out these leads for you. And after that, you can just write this guy, hey man, I instead of $30, I can give you this for like just $5, for example, and that's all. That is how we can spread our services. That is not just only use case of Summit for 51. If you have any service and you are Summit owner or startup owner, you can just like give tasks to agents, and this agent will start scanning whole Twitter tweets. Even we are adding Reddit and some other sources which we are which our miner scraping, and you can find out your target niche. We are people talking about the problems, and we are people like need your service, and you can directly contact them.
Wow, that's so cool. It's a very like outward facing application for this kind of data, and you can see how what I have been telling you, Cosmic, over the last little while is that I really want the subnets that are building agentic workflows to use, and they need that, right? So like teams that are doing agentic workflows where they need API key, they need all sorts of bandwidth into Twitter and Reddit. You can provide them that. So it's not, you guys are not really building data sets. You're building like access. And there's all of these scrapers. Like I met a scraper the other day, some just a young kid who was like, yeah, I have the best scraping algorithms in the world. And so those types of players come to the network, that they bring these scraping algorithms and they can compete and participate in this, and you can improve the performance and the bandwidth. You're doing thousands of queries per minute, but I suppose you stress tested this and it can go, I mean, we'll see, right? We can go farther. Will you be able to handle the load is what I'm actually saying.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to show any screen which is like
I guess the question, Giga, was have you stress test the network, and how many
Yes.
queries can you realistically do?
I don't remember exactly numbers right now, but even I have some numbers write down somewhere. But even when we do some stress testing and we was like sending 1,000 requests, several thousand requests at the same time to our miners, and our validators distributes this to top 150 miners, and all these miners like were returning response quite well. And even when we was working on this, even we had some issue in Bitensor like library, and we rewrite this and fixing performance issue because there was some session issue, because in our case performance and return response is high important, and we rewrite this code in our validator code to like distribute more requests. And yes, we are ready to like high rate request to distribute to miners, and the miners are ready also to give us responses, because even we have multi miners, we have multi teams, and if demands increase, miners are ready for this. We do stress testing a lot with synthetic queries as well.
So cool. T-Slice, we have you up on stage. I kind of cut you off at a certain point, but did you want to jump in here and ask some questions?
No, all good. It's late for me too, so but yeah, I don't know. I just want to stress like how powerful of a platform this is, and you know, Fish kind of got cut off when he was saying that it's important to have an alternative. So you know, for us, it was a real lifesaver, because a lot of things that we're building as agent builders and agent workflows, like you mentioned, we want to tap into Twitter. And I know we're talking a lot about Twitter, and Research does all a lot of the other ones too, which is amazing. But Twitter's the one that's been you know, price gated so hard, and having an alternative that actually even offers almost added functionality beyond that has been a real lifesaver for us in a way. And yeah, I just think that's good. So I know there's some people asking questions in the chat too. I guess the burning one in the chat is about the miner burn, 80%. Is there a plan with you, like I guess as you scale up and do more social media platforms, or add, you know, the calls go up, like Cons was just talking about, is that like the cue to kind of open that faucet more, or is there
Yes.
Yeah.
So answer is yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just yeah,
Yes,
just
we
curious
actually
about
working with community. We are discussing with them. We are open to talk anything. If we will see like miners need more, and we will see like more requests are there, we are ready to open this. At this moment, we are just keeping this, but later we might open this.
Awesome, Cosmic. You know, shout out to you also for building all this time. Like the number of features that you have built to make this product actually work and be usable by people is like incredible. You know, where some subnets are still, you know, figuring out their exploits, you guys actually have a functioning product. You have users, and on top of an incentivized infrastructure. It's incredible. When you look at the system right now, where do you see yourself in 1 year? Like from looking back, a year ago, you probably didn't even have a functioning subnet. Now you have a functioning subnet, you have an application, you're getting users. Where are we in 1 year?
Okay, that is so great question. So what my primary goal with Subnet is like to onboard more customers and grow revenue. That is one number one task, priority task for me. As a product, we are gonna to improve and add more resources. Maybe more resources, I mean like scrape data from other social media as well. But I'm right now have real customers and work with them, and it's depend to them. If I will see they requesting me, for example, to add scraping for LinkedIn or any other platform, for example, and it's the request, we're gonna to focus on this direction, and the subnet going to focus on this area. And I'm collecting all this feedback based on customers, because I think customers are number one priorities, who what they need and the demands, or what they want to request. And after 1 year, I believe we'll have we already have products, and maybe sometimes we have some issues, and we are fixing always this. But I believe we can cover whole operational costs at least, and we can onboard more customers. And as a product, I believe I can grow these products and add more features and give more ability to users, like to have more deep and good analyze features in it.
I think that's a testament to the way in which you think, Giga, which is that you're very focused on building applications that are being used by people, and you're going to basically adapt to where the market is putting you. So
Yes,
yeah,
right.
I think that it's that attitude has really taken you a long way. I know of things, maybe we can't even talk about them, but other subnets that are looking to use your application, and other customers. So yeah, Cosmic, thanks for coming. I really enjoyed this one. It was really cool to see what well played out, and much further to go.
Thank you so much, guys, for meeting us, and we are happy to build on subnet, our subnet on Bitensor. I think Bitensor is amazing, and the last period I'm in all there, and I'm gonna to be part of this so long time.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for coming. Let's end it here.
Thank you, Giga.